had so many cases. I've been teaching Qigong intensities for about now almost 20 years now. And many called miracle cases which were already documented in the Mayo Clinic and could not get the help from Mayo Clinic or from any other hospitals. But when they came to my Qigong practice and individual healing, they found the symptoms disappear. One of the examples was a lady who was having oxygen for 6.5 years, 24 hours a day, and the lungs were filled with scar tissues, and nobody could help her. And then she, the Mayo Clinic wanted to have her to do lung transplant, and she didn't want to do that. Then her son brought her to me and to the Qigong practice. 4 weeks Qigong practice, 1 hour a day. Went back to the Mayo Clinic. All the scar tissues in the lungs disappeared. This was documented in the Mayo Clinic. And then quite a few other cases, very similar to this. And so then later on they invited me to do a chapter on the complementary medicine textbook in the Mayo Clinic. So if you go to that textbook, you're able to find the chapter what I wrote about Qigong. And then I did a study with another group of people on bipolar and depression, and the result was fantastic. And then another individual study on, independent study on called internal Qigong, and that one worked so far 3 studies on spiritual Qigong, and each one worked beautifully. Now the development of Qigong. Now, what is Qi, what is Gong then? Qi means energy, Gong means work, working with the body's energy. That's all Qigong about. Now, how was the name of Qigong got adapted then? Long time ago, Qigong, they way back to the earliest written form of Qigong is from 4,500 years ago, from the person is called 大禹 或禹部。大禹治水，很多人我们都知道啊，大禹禹部。So at that time he had arthritis. He was not able to conduct the ceremonies worshiping God, nature. So he gradually developed a kind of a dance, slow dance, to help people to do the ceremony, to honor God, honor Mother Nature for giving them the things to eat and life to enjoy. So, in this slow dance, he discovered that this could help him to ease the pain. And gradually, this was the first form of Qigong got developed. But at that time, through thousands of years, in the histories, lots of scholars and doctors like Li Shizhen and Sun Ximiao, many other doctors like these people, they got involved with these studies, like Hua Tuo, the Wu Qin Xi. Through this imitation of the animals and the way they stretch their wings, the legs, wow, they feel better. What is that, So then at that time, they gave the name, it's called Tu Na Shu, means inhale, exhale, breathing technique. Or they call it Qi guided movement. So later on, after they work with the body, getting deeper and deeper into the body, they found out this not only affects the individual health, it also could affect the matters around. Then what is that? What does this Qi mean? So gradually, after so many years of development at the early 30s of last century, a new name got adapted called Qigong. That's how we call it Qigong now. Means the function of the Qi, the power of the Qi, the exercise of this Qi, this energy. Now the Qi in Chinese has so many meanings. It means air, breath, energy. But for the healing purpose, it means the intelligence, the origin of life. Tao called this Yuan Shen or Yuan Qi. What is Yuan Shen, Yuan Qi? Yuan Shen, Yuan Qi, that means the origin of life, the origin which carries the information, which can form a perfect body of you. That if you throw away, you can help yourself to activate that energy, activate that Yuan Shen, the Yuan Qi. You can help yourself to fix any damaged tissues. Even you can help to replace the damaged tissues. Though this not happen to everyone, but like the person I just shared with you, Esther Trejo, her lung scar tissues all disappeared, and she lived another 23 more extra years. And she just passed away last year of heart attack, but at the age of late 80s. I think that's a good life, right? So, and she had no pain, no any other things. And then, of course, they got lots of other the stories. You know, so far, we had through Springfield Qigong centers, we already taught 300,000 students, and we had trained 240 teachers around the world. We have centers and practice groups and around the world, in European countries, in Australia, Singapore, Canada, and so next week, I mean this week in Wednesday, I'm traveling to Canada to give 5 days workshop there. And then so far, there's more than 10,000 forms of Qigong exist in China currently. And there's a lot of more scientific studies already done on Qigong. So the power of Qigong now is getting more known in the world. Now, Qigong has two different parts, internal Qigong and external Qigong. In external Qigong means a Qigong practitioner, through some kind of training. Some people believe that you need a long time of training before you can do that, right? Actually, in my discovery, no, you only need 2 minutes to learn how to send out energy to help others to heal. Only 2 minutes. You might say, you're not kidding me. Well, yes, I am. I am kidding you, and because I want you to believe, and I want you to know it is so real. We'll do it a little bit later. Then internal Qigong is a practitioner, like every one of you, through exercises, very gentle exercises, combining your mind, your breath, your movements together, conduct the flow of qi in your body. You can help yourself to heal, to balance energy blockages in the body. So talking about Qigong. Now why we need to do Qigong then? Then we need to first ask this question. Why do we get sick? Why do we get sick? We get sick from the very basic level. To answer this question is because you got energy blockages in the body. For instance, if you have an energy blockage in the C7, when you bend over, you touch your neck, there's a hump over there, and so that is the C7, right? And the cervical number 7 in the neck. When there's a blockage over here, this blockage could cause how many different kinds of symptoms or illnesses in your body? High blood pressure, heart attack, diabetes, asthma, any types of breathing problems, migraine headaches, anything, you just name it. So if you throw away, you can help yourself to open up this energy blockage. All these symptoms can go away. You believe it, it works. You don't believe it, it still works. Because this is your body. And Qigong has 4 elements. These 4 elements can help you to open up these energy blockages. The first one is the movement. The way you move your hands, the way you hold the posture of your body. When we do the martial arts, to hold the hands like this, all right? Tai Chi, this movement, and it's just so gentle. That's called Tai Chi. Okay, for healing, you will find out all the movements, no matter in yoga practice or in Tai Chi or in Qigong, we all focus a lot in the hands, the movement in hand, and of course the legs too. Because this is the formation of the body. In the body we have 12 major energy channels. These 12 major energy channels, they either, that's called, in acupuncture we call it meridians. They either start or end from the hands or the feet. This is how the energy flows. It starts from the chest, it flows to the arms, and from the arms it flows up to the head. From the head it flows down to the legs, and then the legs, and it flows up to the abdomen, and then up to the chest again, and then for another circulation. And all these energy channels, among these 12 energy channels, 2 energy channels that are mainly in charge of detoxification. These 2 energy channels, they are bladder energy channels and stomach energy channels. The stomach energy channels start from the head, from the eyes over here. It goes down a little bit and up to the temples, and then down to the neck, to the breast and liver, and the peril, down to the second toe. The bladder energy channel starts from the corner of the eyes and goes up to the top of the head, and then back up, and then down along the spine, outside the spine, and dump the garbage out through the little toe. So that's why you need to put your feet on the ground. No matter how much you do, you need to get on your feet and do your exercise and walk. If you don't, you cannot help the body to process the information, detoxifying the body. 2 energy channels, mainly in charge of energy gaining in the body. That is the kidney energy channels, and then the liver energy channels. They all start from the feet and up to the chest. And liver energy channel, and the liver organ has a special energy channel, connects directly to the brain. So when I listen to these scientists' talks, I thought, wow, that is just so amazing. Any problems, almost any problems, no matter you call it as migraine headaches to cancer, they all have something to do with the liver. The liver, 70% of the toxin inside the body goes out through the liver system. 30% goes out through the breathing system, the lungs. And this, again, you believe it, it works. You don't believe it, it still works in that way. This is about your body. So if you can throw away, help yourself to detoxify this toxin, these energy blockages in your body, you can live a very happy and healthy life. So, like here, now, I want you to do one exercise with me, okay? So I want you to focus on your nose and take 2 deep breaths and see how much your sinuses are open, like this. All right, I want you to put up your left arm, like what I do. And then you cup your left arm like what I do. And when you cup, you really do it, right? 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take another 2 deep breaths and see how much your sinus is open. Wow. Do you see the difference? How many of you see the difference? All right? Cupping the arms, because there's a lot of energy channels start from over here, connecting directly to your lungs. Your lungs energy is good or bad, shows out through your nose. So if you have lung problems, if you have sinuses problems, if you don't do anything to your lungs, you solely treat your nose, you make a mistake. You need to go to the root to take care of the blockage from over here so that the energy can flow. So that's about the movement. The second one is the breath, the way you breathe. Generally speaking, every day the way we breathe, it takes 1 minute is 15 to 25 times for human being. Dogs and cats, 25 and 35. Sea turtles, about 3 to 5 times a minute, so that you can easily find a turtle over 100 years. There's a lot of scientific studies that show that if you slow down your breath from 50 times a minute, 15 times a minute, down to 10 times a minute, dramatically you can help you to reduce your stress. And very often, dramatically, it can help you to reduce your high blood pressure. And Springfall Qigong, the way I created, it helps you to bring your breath down to 6 times a minute. That's why so many people, when they practice this form of exercise, they can they can feel better much faster. When you have a more oxygen intake in every cell has more energy to function. The clarity of your mind is there, and then so that the mechanism and many other systems in the body can function better. So of course, the energy flow is better, and you can help yourself to stay healthy and happy more often of your day. Then the third one is the mind. Our mind is very, very powerful. Now here I'm going to have you to do another exercise with me. First of all, I want you to look at your palm, all right, your hand. Find the first line underneath of your palm. 你手掌的第一根线啊。Let's go to the right hand and find the same line. And put these two lines together. Like what I do is stretch your fingers open like this. Put your hands like this. And slowly you close your hands like this and compare your fingers. And see which hand your fingers like a little bit longer than the other size, right? And do it one more time and make sure you make it right. Right? Like my hands, my left hand's fingers a little bit longer than the right side. So if that happens to your fingers, put up your shorter hand. Put up your shorter hand, shorter fingers. If you have, if the fingers is the same length, put up either of your hand. That will do, right? So what I want you to do now is you focus on the hand you put up and think in your mind, saying like this. My fingers are growing longer, 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 longer. And if you really feel my fingers are growing longer, 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 I can really feel my fingers become longer, 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 longer. Now, open your eyes, compare your hands. Put the two lines together and compare your hands. All right? Do you see the difference? All right, we did a study. 75% of people, their fingers grow. Cool, huh? All right. So now I want you to put your hands up just for a second. You say, my hands go back to normal, and then compare your hands. All right. So that's good. Now shake your hands a little bit. So this time, I want you to put up your longer hands, longer fingers. You talk just the opposite. My fingers are becoming shorter, shorter, shorter. I really feel my fingers are becoming shorter, 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 shorter. Now compare your hands. Isn't that fun? This is called negative thought. Positive thoughts will drive your energy to a positive direction. Fill up the joints in your hands, in your fingers. You can play this game with anyone. You know, when you come up to tonight, you go home. You ask, you know, your folks, your families. You know, what did you learn from this workshop? You say, well, finger growing game.
I have a question. Are you doing 催眠?
催眠? Yeah, I can do that too.
Are you doing 催眠 on us?
That, no, so can So this is all about your mind. Right? We'll talk today. We're going to spend more time talking about this. Then the last one is the sound, the 5 elements, the chanting, the frequency. Chanting, Om Mani Padme Hum, you know, the Buddhist chant. A lot of people know about that. Right? 大悲咒, 心经, and Hallelujah, right? Amen. All these chants, they carry frequency and they carry healing information. It's very powerful because the origin of our life was from frequency. When we analyze the body, you know, we got organs, we got liver, intestines and this and that, and then we got the molecules and these cells and that kind of cells, and then the final analysis is what? Is everything is energy, and everything can be interpreted into light and frequency, because we are all got originated from the Big Bang. We are all here, sitting here, drinking, laughing, because of the Big Bang. The Big Bang has the signature of everything. That is the energy, frequency, and light. This is very interesting. When you look at Buddha's the studies and teaching, Lao Tzu in Tao Te Ching said, 玄之又玄，众妙之门. 玄之又玄, that is the magnetic field of light. In this magnetic field, some people call it, this is the void, this is the emptiness, this is the oneness. Everything with a message got created, got programmed. If through a way you get yourself back to the origin of life, you are being re-downloaded with this information. Of course, you can get yourself healed very fast. Jesus talked about that. Buddha talked about that. And Lao Tzu talked about that. Yeah, Allah, Muhammad, Gandhi, many. And I studied the meditations and the healing techniques about Egypt. They had similar things. It's fascinating because now over these years I helped a lot of people heal with the breast cancers and lung cancers and all kind of. I had a friend in New York. He was diagnosed with 2 types of cancers. They are all different types. Stage 4. Doctor gave him about like 6 weeks to live, because it attached to a lot of different tissues, very complex, and was not able to operate. So he practiced exercise. You know what? In the meditation, in this simple movement, he got into the light. He saw a lot of lavender light, and peacefulness came to him. He went back to the doctor. The tissues got separated away from the cancer. They had the operation. No chemotherapy, no radiation. He came home. Now it's 3 years and a half, cancer-free. Never returned. So the other thing is, I have an exercise called small universe meditation. That is, I use the power of sound to help to move the energy. Now, the effects of negative and positive emotions to your health. The power of emotions. What is called emotion then? Now this is in my understanding. Emotion means E plus motion. E means essential. Motion means activity. What is called essential activity then? Something is very fundamental activity of your health, of your body, of the formation of your body. It is fundamental means it is a life base. And this emotion, this energy can help to set and or reset your energy flow, the energy program in your body. So Buddha focused on the emotions, help people with the enlightenment. Lao Tzu asked people to let go with your egos, let go with your emotions, so that you are able to live a life with abundance, right? And all these powerful masters in the past, they said the same thing. And now there's a lot of studies on the emotions too. And for instance, there's something very simple. The Chinese will say, 笑一笑百年少, and in English we have something similar, the same thing. It's a smile, one smile, make your life 99, right? Why smile, one smile can make your life 99 then? Because once you smile, even you have an artificial smile, even think in your mind, I got a smile on my face, although at this moment I am crying. Your body, your brain automatically produces an endorphin. And endorphin is kind of a hormone can help you, at least can kill the pain cells. Can help you to feel good. Again, you believe it, it works like that. You don't believe it, Still works like that. Then the formation of the body. This is a kind of first of all, emotion is powerful. Why is it powerful then? Now the body has three parts: the physical body, the mind, and the subconscious mind. Buddha said, our body is a chopinang, right? Our body is a chopinang. Don't care about it. Care about your emotion. Care about your heart. Your heart is the permanent. Very interesting enough. Modern science already discovered this. Our physical body has no energy. But our mind has 10% of the energy, and our subconscious mind, that's what Buddha related to heart, has 90% of the energy. That is called the yuan shen or the yuan qi. The mind is why the mind is so powerful. Now we need to go to the next one. The 7 steps of this is through my lots of years of studies, and only in the last few years I discovered this. I'm just so proud of myself. I call it 7 dimensions of healing or energy practice. First of all, look at the first dimension. Generally speaking, when a person gets sick, you say, I got a lump in my neck over here. So what I'm going to do? Simple, cut it. Get a surgery, cut it. Right? Once you cut it, hey, the surgery was very successful, but the patient died. What happened? Or got worse? What happened? Then later on you found out, the stomach energy channel goes through over here, connecting to the lungs, to the breast, to the liver. So now, hey, there's a liver, wow, there's a lot of problems going on in that place. That's why I got a lump over here. So now you go to the second dimension. You found the connection to treat this. By treating the liver, you are able to help yourself to balance the lump in the neck. That is better. Then you ask yourself a further question. Why I got a problem in my liver, not in other place? And what got me have problems in my liver then? Then you open your mind to a much bigger scale to understand who you are at this moment. Then you discover, my feng shui, my design of the house, the layout of the things, the items, and the things I got, so this is so chemical, right? And so toxic. I smell every day, these kind of things is not good. Close to your computer that much often, it affects your eyes and your liver, and blah, blah, blah. So now you are in the 3-dimension level, the wholeness in the material level to understand who you are at this moment, where you are at this moment. Then in the 4th level, hey, I got twins. We're all 10 years old, got fitted by the same parents, going to the same school, having the same activities. Why Tom is healthy and I have a problem then? So, that's because of the emotions. The emotion got involved. A lot of people, if you can get through the emotions, keep your emotions stable, then you are living a hallelujah life. If you have your emotion now, so it is in the intersection. Any people, if you're looking for enlightenment, called 觉悟, 顿悟, the first thing you need to do is what? To get through your emotion. Let go with your emotion. 把你的私性给抛掉，把你这个那些贪念恶念就是怀恨在心等等这个东西给抛掉 ，so that you can be free. Once you are free, you are in the light level, number 5. Wow, that's a much bigger space. You are in the universal level to understand who you are. That is what we call it. If you understand who you are and what you are in the universal level to value yourself. I am a resident on the planet, but at the same time, I'm also a resident of the universe. Something as a conflict, between me and my spouse, between me and my kids, my co-worker, that is The final analysis is not between you and your co-worker, not between you and your wife, not between you and your kid, but it's always between you and the divine. It's always between you and your God or your Buddha, whoever. Now you're in the light level to understand who you are. So a lot of my clients, no matter what kind of problems, tumors, stones, even HIV. I got involved with the studies in the University of Minnesota because a couple of people had HIV, the serious problems. They came to practice this exercise. All the items within 2 months they became negative. Then I got invited to do those research. So then once you got into the light, now you go up to a higher level to the origin of life. That is called Yuan Shen. In a place is so peaceful. You don't need to worry about anything anymore. Hey, only a tumor, you know? Tumor, like a cancer, for instance. You and I, we all have cancer cells in the body. Every day, the body produces 1 million to 3 million cancer cells. In the survival level, cancer cells, they are the hard workers, helping us to move the toughest, the dirtiest dust or toxin out from the system. If these cancer cells over that marker, then we started having problems in the body. Then we need to go see a doctor, right? So why do I need to worry about that? We already born with those cells, right? So be friends with them, and you need to throw away, understand how, in what way I trigger. Then many more cancer cells get produced. So, but when you come to this level, then you really understand the message from God, the message from divine, or from the universe. It is only a word, or from Tao, you know. 什么叫道？道可道，无常道，是吧？名可名，非常名， you know， 就是那个意思。And everything got created because in the mystery of light. If you can get yourself into the light, let go with anything, then you are in the level. So the way you heal the illness, this is what I teach my students how to do. If you got a problem, don't focus on the problem. Focus on something beautiful. Focus on something you are so happy. Why something is so happy can help you to transform the energy into something better. Because emotion is so powerful. It is in a way to help you to set or reset your energy flow. Now this is about the 5 elements. The 5 elements. The 5 elements 就是5行哈，5行。那这个是我们老祖宗发明的，这个是很了不起的发明。这个其实呢就是 the scientific patent。这个是一个很了不起的这个studies. Okay, wood, heart, wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And wood relates to liver, and fire relates to heart, and then stomach, and lungs, and kidneys. And in India, people discover 4 elements, 就4大啊，4大就风，风 means the wood, wood is 风，火，水，土，水 you know, and without the metal. Chinese Taoist people, they focus on longevity. In order to help you to live a happy and longer life, we need to have a relationship. How to make this relationship work as a wholeness. And Indian people, Buddhists, and the Hinduism focuses on enlightenment. And they are focused on helping you to understand everything at the end of your life becomes nothing. It is from the dust, and it goes back to the dust. So that's why they have a 4 element, and Chinese have a 5 element. But they are all talking about the same thing. At that time, they did not have an email. Right? And the people, they discovered the same thing. And actually, the 5 elements, 3 elements are the fundamental. Fire, water, and earth. Water carries information of life. Fire helps to activate the information in the water, and the earth gives energy and a ground for the information to grow, to shape. These are the relationships. So now, this is how the negative emotion flows. Liver related to anger, 愤怒，就是发火。When you 发火 all right, you 发火, is someone step on your toe. There we go. Step on your toe. It's like, hey, gosh, what did you do, right? You feel mad. You relate to something. If you allow this anger to grow, it grows into hatred. Once you grow into hatred, that is not only attached to the event itself. It opens a much bigger picture of yourself getting mad for no reason for something. You say, any situation, I can get when I get invaded, how I'm going to fight. How I'm going to hate this world because of this, right? So after you make a lot of mistakes, so hatred, you have that much hatred, you make mistakes, then you start feeling nervous. What is going on? Then anxiety and overthinking start. That's the stomach. 就是我们五行的讲的就是说那个思是吧？思悲思恐，对吧？ So from that, then from anxiety, this energy continues to grow. It grows. It hurts the lungs. That's the metal. That's the depression and sadness. 悲就在心，在肺，是吧？ So then, when this sadness, the depression continues, and then fear starts to kick in. You have lots of fears. And when you have a fears, that hurts the kidneys. So I have a lot of clients. They have kidney stones, cancers, or any other kidney failure problems. When I talk to them, they have a history of fears. Lots of fears. Very fascinating. If you allow these things to happen again, then bigger anger will get triggered, and then hatred, blah, blah, blah. So this, because you look at this, you got anger, you hurt your liver. You got hatred, you hurt your heart. You're going to have a heart attack. When you have anxiety and thinking and overthinking, you deplete the energy from the pancreas in the stomach and the spleen. And then when you have depression and sadness, that hurts your lungs. And then when you have fears, that hurts your vitality, your kidneys. So then, how we are going to transform this energy then? Now here is a happy flow. All right. So instead of having anger, you have happiness. You feel happy. Then from happiness, you allow this happiness to grow. It grows into joy. Once you grow into joy, joy means happiness for no reason. This is how I give definition to happiness and joy. Happiness is, you want something to happen. Something happens in the way you want. You are happy. For instance, this evening, you can before you came to this workshop, you told your husband or your wife that, I'm going to go to this workshop, right? So at this evening, when I come home, I like grilled chicken and baked potato, right? Your wife or your husband said, no problem, darling, go, right? So now you're going to have that. So when you later on, 1 hour, 2 hours later, got home, it's on the table, no grilled chicken and potato, instead macaroni. Huh? You're not happy, right? That your wife, was just washing hands in the bathroom, and also you were just standing at the table. Huh? What is going on here? And my authority was invaded. So then your wife came out, she got, oh hey, so darling, you're home now, huh? Our daughter just came visit us and bring us some macaroni, oh yeah, so the grilled chicken is still in the stove. Then you feel, oh, I make a mistake. Why I got mad with my wife at the very beginning without asking You know what was happening, right? So now this is called happiness. Happiness is conditional. Joy is, when you look at the macaroni, you say, oh, my wife is making something surprise to me. This is great, thank you. So no matter in what situation, you're happy. So this is what I say about joy. You want something to happen. No matter something happens in the way you want or not, you always feel good. You always feel good. That is joy. When you allow this joy to grow, it grows into peace, into groundedness. You always feel so grounded. Then from groundedness, from peace, then you allow it to grow. It grows into contentment. 你就觉得十分满足。我什么都我不和别人比，我就比我现在这一瞬间我是怎么想的。Okay? Once you feel the contentment, you're content, then this grow into the vitality. The vitality is, the divine energy. The divine energy is your kidney energy. That is the appreciation and thankfulness. You are living a life filled with the thankfulness. Look at those people who are living a life with the thankfulness, with the happiness, with the joy. These people, they live longer life. And happier, healthier life. You can do a study on your neighbors and your friends, and you find those people who are a worried person, and they don't expect to live too long, or are too happy with their body, because that will produce different kinds of energy or hormone, either helping the body to feel good or helping the body feel bad. So this is the 5 elements. So now conquer your emotions and heal yourself. Enlightenment. If you're looking for enlightenment, you need to conquer your emotions. This is what all the spiritual teachers taught us, teaching us from the ancient time to nowadays. Well, if you want to heal yourself, you do the same thing. Because if you flip your charge from the negative spin into the positive spin, from anger into happiness, from hatred into joy, then you are able to help yourself to reset the dynamic of your energy inside your body. Then, hallelujah, healing takes place. That is the root of your healing. 80 to 85% of the chronic problems, like diabetes, heart attack, migraine headache, cancers, they originate from these emotions. By taking good care of your emotions, you help yourself to heal. I help a lot of people with different types of cancers, like the example of my friend in New York. When he practiced the exercise, he completely changed his life. Now, how can I change my emotion then? Flip the charge from negative spin into a positive spin. Well, and this is at Wisconsin University. There's a study, and they invited a lot of monks going into the lab to do a study, and then then they did a lot of analysis, and then here is the conclusion of the study from this researcher. He said, happiness is not a trait, but a technique. Through practice, you can master it. That's it. Happiness, for a long, long time ago, the people believe it is a trait, also in our psychological system. But through his studies, he found out that is not true. It is not a trait, but a skill, a technique. And this is so real too. Once you think you are happy at this moment, even you are not happy, you just pretend you are happy at this moment, your body automatically produces endorphins. Interesting, huh? So this is how it can, if you integrate your positive emotions into your Qigong practice, movements of the body, breath, sound. Quiet your mind down. Using this emotion to help yourself to guide the energy flow, and you make your Qigong practice, make your exercise many times more powerful. And this is also another study shows that if you think about, when you meditate, you think about the energy of your body, focusing on the heart, focusing on the dantian, different part of the body, and you got great energy. But once you think about the universe, think about the divine, think about the moon, the sun, you have at least 3 times more energy than you solely focus on your body. So that's why you can look at Buddha, Lao Tzu, and all these powerful masters in the past, they ask us to focus on the divine, focus on the emptiness. 集中你的注意力在空，不是空，是空。Now, so steps of Qigong practice. First of all, you know your body. This is the energy centers, the several energy centers in your body. It's time. 5 minutes. Okay, several energy centers in your body. And Chinese, because I'm doing Qigong, this is Chinese stuff, and so I'll just focus on the Qigong itself, right? Qigong has 3 dantians, just lower dantian, middle dantian, and the upper dantian. 下丹田、中丹田在心脏这个地方，上丹田就在那个第三眼，那个 pineal gland， 那个叫做上丹田。Lower dantian is in behind the belly button, and now we already discovered this is not I discovered and the scientists discovered this. 85% of it's called live stem cell code still existing in the belly button. Now what it means is it has the power to help you to rebuild your energy centers and rebuild your tissues. It has that ability because it has the origin of your life, all the information of your life. Through thousands of years of practice, these masters, they discovered that. And also, another 15% along the spine. So if you move your energy, the spine, we call it, the channel is called governing channel. It governs all the other male healing energy channels in the body. If you throw away, you can help yourself to activate this energy stem cell code, vitality code. You are able to help you to conduct this energy to different organs to fix the damaged tissues. Just like Esther Trejo. The lung scar tissue is gone, and she got completely new lungs. Then how we're going to help to activate that energy then? Well, spinal exercise is a very, very powerful movement. And in India, yoga studies and Tai Chi and Qigong, we all agree. The length of a person's life depends on the flexibility of the spine. If your spine gets stiffer and stiffer, you need to really pay attention. You start aging. So, we have an exercise to help to activate that energy. And then the second thing is, the energy channels. We already talked about the channels. Now here's, I want you to do one more exercise. And so here, I want you to put your hands out like this, 2 hands. Drop your elbows a little bit, right? Drop your elbows a little bit, relax. Have your fingers open. And focus on the tip of the fingers. You start feeling kind of tingly sensation in your hands, right? In the fingers, right? So now I want you to close your hands like this. Close. Put all the fingers together, like this. The thumb together, right? Do you still feel the tingly sensation? No, very little, right? Open your hands again. Ooh, you start feeling it again, right? And close? No. Why? Okay, thank you. When you open your fingers, you're able to feel the tingling sensation. When you close your hands like that, and you don't feel that sensation anymore, because when all the energy channels in the hands and the fingers, they all start or end at the size of the tip of the fingers. So when you close like this, you press the point of the energy from connecting each other. That's why you don't feel that much. When you open it like that, you open up for the circulation. You open it up for the communication. That's why you feel that. So in Tai Chi, when you move your hand, in Qigong, you move your hand, you have your hands slightly open, the fingers. You are able to get more qi, get more energy. Once your hand get the energy, this energy goes internally to help you to nurture your organs. And the hand, you see, 12 major energy channels in the body. 4 energy channels are concerning about your heart. You see how powerful? And they are all in our hands. And they are belonging to the triple heaters. What does triple heaters in the body mean? It means it helps you to transform the energy and classify this energy into different uses to different parts of the body. This group of energy should have this kind of a signature, and going to the eyes, and going to the lungs, and going to the reproductive organs. And each different kinds of energy has its own signature for the special use. That's how the triple heaters do to help you to live a happy life. If you have lung problems, for instance, you put your hands out like that for like 5 minutes, and you can help yourself to stop the coughing. Yeah, you believe it? It works. You don't believe it? It works. Yeah. Now, next time you can do this. If your kids or yourself too, if you've got a bloody nose, blood comes out from the left side of the nose, put your right hand up above your head. Within 1 minute, even 15 seconds, the blood stops. The bleeding stops. If the blood comes out from the other side, put this hand up. If the blood comes from both the holes, what do you do? Hello. Surrender yourself to your God, right? So that is it, right? And one time when I was traveling and taking a flight from China back to the United States, and there was an American little guy was bleeding very badly while the tissues, and they asking for doctors for help, but very unfortunately, there was no doctor in that flight. So I just finished using the restroom. I came out, I asked the little boy, what happened to you? He said, don't know, I've been bleeding like this, wow, holding a lot of tissues, a lot of blood. I said, oh honey, put your hands up, and count 15, and he did. And the bleeding stopped. And the parents came back and said, what happened? That Chinese guy asked me to do this. So, when you do Qigong movement, first of all, honor your body, and then focus on what you are doing. Focus on the happiness thought, the happy thought. People say, oh, I cannot quiet my mind down. Don't worry about that. Nobody can quiet the mind down. Unless you have 20 years plus the training, you are able to get into the quietness in half an hour. Otherwise, no way, I tell you. I've been doing this for so many years, 30 years. I'm bold enough to tell you that. And then notice, observe what you're doing. Feel the moment you're moving your hand. And then integrate the positive, the healing message and emotions into your practice. So after the break, we're going to go through this again. I will have some exercise for you. And then feel the light, feel the frequency. If you cannot see the light, you just feel, the tingling sensation in my hands. That's the frequency. That's the origin of your life. Focus on that. And then activate and connect to the origin of life. Once you focus on the tingling sensation and the light, then automatically you connect yourself to that moment. It is just like that simple. Then from there, you know your God, you know the divine. So, and then different challenges in different ways. For people who have lung problems, you might need to consider to put your hand, the exercise, and put it up above your head. Even while you're sleeping, put your hand like this, a little bit more. If you have, digestive system problems, you might need to consider to focus on your belly button a little bit more. Now, if you have kidney problems, you may consider to, bend your knees a little bit more down and to do the exercise, because by bending the knees like this, you can help yourself to activate your kidney energy channels, which will help you with a lot of vitality. So, if you are interested, we can discuss that later. So, diabetes and migraine headaches and different kind of things. Then there's non-emotion related challenges and accidents and poisoning and wrong medications, insect bites, and etc. These are different ways to cope with the energy. But the bottom line is, get the channels open, be happy, don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. And be happy, don't worry again. So thank you so very much.